Up, I'll tell you one story. A year and a half back, I was in Germany with some of my German friends. And we were on a trip known as Rediscovering Homeopathy from Hahnemann's birthplace to till he left Germany. And it was a 6-day trip. And there someone told me this story. I don't know whether it is true. This is how I have heard. There was one homeopath, and he was very, very much frustrated with homeopathy. He said, enough is enough. Too much confusion in homeopathy, too many systems. Too many people are talking about different method, and I'm thoroughly confused. So the best thing is I commit suicide. So he is standing at the height of Black Forest, about to jump, and someone saves him. Please don't do this. Come, let's have a coffee. So they both sit together and they start conversation. So the other person asks, who are you? He says, I am a homeopath. He says, wow, I am also a homeopath. Now interest goes further. That, are you a classical homeopath or a practical homeopath? So he said, of course, I am a true classical homeopath. He said, great, I am also the same. They go further. Said, are you a true Hahnemann kind of a classical homeopath or a modern classical homeopath? He says, of course, I'm a true modern classical homeopath. And this friend is more happy. He said, look, our views are matching. See, you said no two homeopath match. See, we both are same. He goes further. That, are you a true modern classical homeopath from a Vitthol caste era or from Sholton, Shankran, Massimo era? Said, of course, I'm a true modern classical homeopath from Shankran, Massimo era. And this guy is more happy. Very good, very good. I'm also the same. Now see, you found someone who is your friend. He goes further. That, are you from Shankran system of homeopathy from Spirit era, 1990? Or are you from a Sensation 2000 era? So he says, I am from 2000 Sensation era. So this guy said, there you go. Get up. So they both get up, start walking on a Black Forest. He takes him to the same point where he was about to jump and goes like this. Boom! And then he goes and says, I don't like modern classical homeopaths. I don't know whether this is true. Maybe a joke. But this is the condition, right? That even people belonging to same system, we don't match. We have different opinion. In 2000, when I started homeopathy, I was writing book for Dr. Rajan, An Insight into Plant. That is where he was introducing sensation method. And every evening he would give me notes, all his new ideas, and I would write it down. So that's where I started, and I got convinced that this is the method. And I started teaching to people belonging to Hahnemanian school, people belong to Vijayakar school, many other school. And to my surprise, I found that none of them wanted to take these ideas. So I said, how this is possible? That if this is a science, why we two homeopaths never come to same understanding of homeopathic principles? Forget homeopathic principles. We don't even come to same understanding of one human being. At least that should be same. Our material knowledge may be different. Some of you may know 200 remedies, some of you may know 2000. My master knows like 5000 plus. Remedy may change, but how can an understanding of a human being can change? That's where, with help of my various masters, I started understanding the sensation method further and further. Do you want me to share this journey with you? Yeah, so the few questions I asked myself, and this question in last 10 years, approximately one question each year. And that's where I went further and further. The first question which I asked myself, before we go into that, just some quotes. The best of all world exists when we find traditional, tried and true wisdom applied to the newest cutting edge of knowledge. Something what Hahnemann said, which you all will like it, that how often I wish for a concurrence of some physician of eminence on this point. I always hope to obtain it, believing that the observation conducted by really practical minds must eventually unite in a truth, as a radii of a circle, though even so far ascender at the circumference, all converge in a common center. Let's start with all the question which I asked myself. The first question I asked in 2002 was this group of questions, that if homeopathy is a science, why two homeopaths never come to same understanding of homeopathy, human being and matter? If it is an universal science, how it integrate with other parallel science like physics, paraphysics, psychology, etc. How to integrate old classical homeopathy, modern classical homeopathy and other holistic science all together.